You see that phone in your hand? Or hey, the laptop you're probably watching this on. It all feels like magic, right? Well, it's not. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain, peek inside the machine, and really understand the simple rules that make our entire digital world tick. Let's dive in.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll start with the computer you know best. Then we're going to uncover the 4, and only 4, simple steps every single computer follows. After that, we'll look at the physical parts, the hardware, and then the ghost in the machine, the software. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by showing you why knowing this stuff is absolutely key to keeping your digital life safe.
All right, to understand how all computers work, let's just start with the one that's probably within arm's reach of you right now. Because honestly, once you get how your phone works, you basically understand the fundamentals of everything from a tiny smartwatch all the way up to a massive supercomputer. Okay, I want you to really think about this for a second. With all the desktops in offices, all the laptops in schools, what do you think is the single most common type of computer out there on the planet?
Yep, you probably guessed it. It's your smartphone. And look, these things are way more than just phones. They are ridiculously powerful, pocket-sized computers that have completely reshaped our world. So here's the big takeaway. If you use one of these, you're already a computer expert. You just might not know the lingo yet. So, what do all these different gadgets have in common? Well, it's way simpler than you think. From the biggest, baddest supercomputer to that little watch on your wrist, every single one of them follows the exact same 4 fundamental steps.
Okay, let's forget the textbook jargon for a second. Here's the simple definition. A computer takes something in, it thinks about it for a bit, it saves it, and then it gives you a result. That's it. That's the whole magic trick. Let's break down what that actually looks like.
Think about sending a simple text message. You type the words on your screen, that's input. The phone's brain instantly figures out what to do with those letters, that's process. The message gets saved in your chat history, that's store. And finally, the message pops up on your screen and your friend's screen, bam, that's output. Input, process, store, output. See? Simple, right? So, we know the 4 steps. But what's actually doing all that work? Now we're going to go inside the machine and take a look at the hardware, the actual physical parts that you can touch and feel that make it all happen.
And this is probably the most important distinction to get. Just think of it like this. Hardware is the physical body. The brain, the hands, the eyes. But software is the thought. It's the set of instructions that tells the body what to do. You can have a body, but without a thought, it's just going to sit there. You absolutely need both.
Right at the heart of it all, you've got the CPU, the central processing unit. This thing is the computer's brain. For real. Every single thing you do, every tap, every click, every swipe, is a command that has to go through the CPU. And that's why a faster CPU means your phone or laptop just feels snappier and less laggy.
Well, if the CPU is the brain, then the motherboard is the nervous system. It's like the electronic superhighway that lets the brain, the memory, the storage, and everything else talk to each other. Without it, you just have a useless box of disconnected parts.
Okay, now this is where people can get a little mixed up, so let's make it super clear. Think of memory, or RAM, as your desk. It's the temporary workspace where you put stuff you're actively working on right now. But when you turn off the lights and go home for the day, you clear the desk. Storage, on the other hand, is your filing cabinet. That's where you put things away for long-term safekeeping, even when the power is completely off.
Hey, remember step 1 from a minute ago, input? Well, this is how it happens. Input devices are just how we get our instructions and our data into the computer's brain. Your keyboard, your finger on a touchscreen, your voice into a microphone, yep, that's all input.
And here's the final step, step 4, output. This is how the computer talks back to us. The screen showing you this right now, the sound coming out of your speakers or headphones, a document coming out of a printer, that's the computer giving you the finished product.
So look, whether it's a super powerful desktop for gaming, a portable laptop for work, or that phone in your pocket, they're all just different packages for the same stuff. Inside, they've all got a brain, a nervous system, a workspace, and a filing cabinet. And they all follow those exact same 4 magic steps: input, process, store, and output.
All right, we have totally covered the body. Now let's talk about the ghost in the machine, the software. These are the invisible instructions, the code, that tells all that physical hardware what in the world it's supposed to do.
Now, the most important piece of software you have is the operating system, or OS. Think of it like the general manager of a big factory.
It's the boss. It manages all the workers, the hardware, and tells them what to do, making sure all the other programs, what we call apps, can run smoothly on top of it.
And you're already totally familiar with these, I promise. Whether you're on a Windows PC, a Mac, an Android phone, or an iPhone running iOS, you are using a powerful operating system every single day. It's the bedrock for everything you do on that device.
So, let's recap. Hardware is the body, software is the thought. So, why does any of this matter? Well, because understanding how the machine actually works is the single best first step to protecting what's inside it, which is, your digital life.
Our devices hold our entire lives, our photos, our private conversations, our bank info. Protecting them is not optional, it's crucial. And now you know what you're protecting. When you update your software, you're giving that ghosts in the machine a better suit of armor. A strong password, that's the deadbolt on your digital filing cabinet. Every little habit adds up. And I just want to leave you with this idea. At the end of the day, we're not just protecting machines, we're protecting data. And that data, your photos, your ideas, your memories, that's an extension of you. Understanding how the machine works is the first step to protecting your digital self. So think about it. What's one simple thing you can do today to be a little bit safer? Thanks for tuning in.